of the 1940s, a global peace organization was created to ensure unity among the nations. Since the end of World War II, the United Nations has not only been created, but also has done large amounts for our global community. Today I'm going to cover a brief history of the United Nations, their creation, and what they do every day. The end of World War II led to the development of the United Nations. Created by Franklin D. Roosevelt on January 1st, 1942, this organization followed the creation of the League of Nations. Made to maintain the creation of international peacekeeping, their goal is to maintain peace and law, protect development, and human rights. The headquarters of the United Nations is in New York City, United States, where all of the conferences are held. The early United Nations was faced with several challenges that helped to shape their future. The first session of the United Nations was held on February 14th, 1946, where they voted on the headquarters of the United Nations. The first dispute that the United Nations had to face as an organization was the Greek and Turkish dispute over the island of Cyprus, which is still going on today. The United Nations then expanded after the Cold War and created a General Assembly. The United Nations grants power to the Security Council to focus on economic development, famine relief, women's rights, and environmental protection, among other issues. Today, the United Nations works worldwide to maintain the original goals set in place. The United Nations was granted the Nobel Peace Prize in 2001. They were recognized for their work to maintain world peace, as well as continuing the further education of children. Model United Nations was also founded in hopes of getting middle and high school students across the globe involved in their global community. They work to gain experience in the political environment. The United Nations also works against terrorism, aiding countries affected by ISIS, and helping refugees displaced by the Syrian war. In the midst of a war, one man works to create a solution for peace. Little did he know that it would have a long-lasting effect on the world. The United Nations continuously works to create a safe and peaceful world for us to live in. Without the United Nations, who knows what our world would look like today?